Alright, I think we got the word out to everybody. Twitter and Reddit and Discord and Facebook, all the good stuff. We are well aware that the stream is happening. So since it's happening, let's make it happen. When last we left, there was... I parked it right in front of the NPC we had to talk to for a quest. And I do not remember what her name is or what that quest even is. I think she needed our help in the salvage section of where we are. I forgot the name of it. Blanking on every name in this game. Right? There's a lot of names. There's a lot to keep straight. This loading screen feels longer than most. Okay, Ted taught her after we got the thing. There was another thing they taught her about. Yeah, we did the whole thing with Parvati, didn't they? And she wants to talk to me in the ship. Of course she does. Alright, well, there we go. Got our orders.
You weren't followed, were you? I hope not.
Of course not. I got a nav key to Stellar Bay. Is that job still up for grabs?
Sure is. Welcome aboard, contractor.
Thanks.
One of my guys in Stellar Bay has a lead on some high-grade salvage, but he went dark before he could spill the goods. We arranged a drop at the Saltuna warehouse's loading dock. Find whatever he left there and take it to Fallbrook. My gal Catherine will be expecting you.
What kind of salvage are we looking for?
When the board pulled out of Monarch, they buried or sealed anything they couldn't carry off-world. Apparently, one of Catherine's teams uncovered an abandoned lab with full tanks of Alta Vitae gas.
So I'm going after Alta Vitae gas. What exactly is that?
It's exactly 1 million bits per cubic meter.
Ooh.
Before you get too excited, the only thing rarer than Alta Vitae gas is a reliable buyer. Dangerous stuff. Acid for the nuclein in your cells. It's no good to anyone outside of a lab.
Ah, yes, Alta Vitae. I knew someone who inhaled it by accident. I'd never seen anybody spontaneously combust before.
I see your friend here is the brains of the operation. Good. Every salvage crew needs one.
What's Sublight doing in Fallbrook?
A few of my contractors run flights in there and out again, working around with the board embargo. We keep the community lubricated with a steady supply of booze and unconventional erotica. Byzantium kids with more money than sense can thank Sublight for their good time.
How unconventional. Asking for a friend.
One of my guys filmed a Raptidon grinding on an automech. Didn't end well for anyone, including the cameraman.
I'll take the job. Of course I will.
Now, get going. Catherine will brief you on the details when you check in with her at Fallbrook. One last thing. When you're on the job, keep a pair of eyes in the back of your head. Understood?
What am I looking for?
Don't go looking for anything, except salvage. Just watch out. You'll do fine. Probably nothing to worry about. Probably.
Probably.
Well, that set me at ease.
So go to Fallbrook, do the thing. Why are you... Yeah, don't do that. Space crime continuum. Okay, so you gotta go there. Talk to her. We should be able to go right back to the ship, I would hope. Otherwise, we're done here, so there's no reason we can't just take off. One would hope. Oh, there's my ship. Excuse me. So I expect now that I have a cleaning robot that it should clean up the ship more. Like the ship should look in better shape the longer this goes on, right? Because they should be cleaning it, making it look nice on the inside. One would hope. You've acquired Hoop. The fuck is Hoop? He didn't even talk to me. See, look at this. Like, it's still a fucking mess in here. Alright, I talked to Pravati. Pravati?
Hey, Captain. I hope I wasn't too much bother at the bar. I did have fun, and I tried some things I never would have otherwise. Though, that whiskey did give my head aching something fierce. Feels like a primal's chewing on my skull.
Did you talk to Junlei?
I messaged Junlei when we got back, and she replied super quick. Okay. I was awake half the night, thinking about what I sent, anxious to see what you said. I reread my message in the morning, and it was unclear. I was drinking when I sent it. Otherwise, I wouldn't have had the courage. Also, sorry for the typos.
Okay, not bad so far.
I've ruined things in the past because I didn't say things I should have, like, I've met someone who's become special to me. I want to be honest with her, so if she feels the same about me, there won't be any surprises.
So Shinley does like you, and she said it in the most awkward way possible.
Oh, isn't she sweet? Like one of those two-bit romances where one soul's all stiff and formal, and I should be glad to perhaps take hold of your hand, miss. I ought to go write her back. I mean, I already did. Twice. But anyhow, thanks for taking me out, Captain.
You're welcome. I can't put points in there? Why? Like, it doesn't even give me a reason. That will do for now. Okay, next. Damage when participant speed, weapon, armor, ability loss. Take that one. Felix leveled up? Well, that's good for him. 10 points persuade. Yeah, we'll take that.
Sam, I must confess, I have not been cleaned for far too long. You're sure this will... Oh, yes. That's the spot exactly. Why, I didn't expect you to be so thorough. I am ashamed to admit. Oh, Captain, there you are. Pardon, but perhaps you could afford us some privacy, please?
Issuing sanitation ticket. Error! Refill printer paper.
Good work, Sam.
Thank you. Customer, warning! Raptidon claws carry bacteria and have the potential to cause organic death due to massive amounts of blood loss. Service cancellation request processing.
Welcome back, Captain. Now that you have acquired a nav key to Stellar Bay, would you like me to contact Dr. Wells?
Does this guy have life?
I don't believe so, Captain. Transmission incoming.
Well done. You'll love Monarch. Exotic climate, violent native species, fascinating culture, really. You'll need to speak with Hiram Blythe. He's known as the information broker, and for good reason. If anyone knows where I can find those chemicals, it's Hiram. I need those chemicals to revive the Hope's colonists. They can help us fight back against the Board. They can help us set things right. If we don't put a stop to the Board, they're going to drive this colony toward a complete societal collapse. You'll see what I mean when you arrive on Monarch.
Great. Can you just send him a message?
Oh, I've tried. I haven't been able to get through to him at all. Silence from the system's own information broker? Not a good sign.
Anyway.
Oh, could be any number of reasons. Incarceration, a period of copious drinking, a severe case of the sleeping sickness. Better to be sure than to resort to conjecture. You'll want to hire the services of a skilled guide. I recommend a hunter by the name of Nyoka. Frequents the drinking establishments of Stellar Bay. Very hard to miss. Once you have everything you need, make your way to Hiram Blythe's compound.
Watch Nyoka become the new companion.
Come see me in my lab. I'll answer any questions you have.
All right.
Best of luck. Everyone on the Hope is counting on you.
Most of the ones on the Hope are asleep, so...
We have successfully arrived at Phineas's orbital lab, Captain, and we are still in one piece. Shall I congratulate myself, or would you like to do the honors? Welcome back, Captain. How can I... Goodbye.
Surprised Pravati isn't here trying to get a word with me. Damn, Sam, you're loud. Take Sam with us. Because we had to take Pravati with us because she wanted to see the Hope.
Hello? Can you hear me? Does this work? Oh, damn it! Blast, that's loud.
Let's hope it would give me an option to put that down.
I'm just securing my ongoing experiments. And securing myself. Mind the mess. I haven't had a visitor since, in fact, I've never had a visitor.
Bubbles.
my little habitation, such as it is. I've got caffeinoids, cysty bits, if you're into that sort of thing. So, welcome. Make yourself at home. My secret hideout is your secret hideout.
For what it's worth, I appreciate
Not at all, my intrepid accomplice. I should thank you for tolerating my somewhat brusque manner. I only regret that I couldn't save more of your fellow settlers, what with being hunted by the board, and emptying my supply of necessary chemicals. Of course. What's on your mind?
There's some reason you're hiding behind bulletproof glass.
Oh, it's not you. I do experiments in that room. Some of them get quite scientific. The unexpected is to be treasured, but from a safe distance. Regardless, it's quite comfortable in here, you know. I have my beans, have my caffeinoids, plenty of toilet paper.
Fucking hoarder. Have you met my crew yet?
No, and I've been trying very hard to avoid making eye contact.
Nice to meet you, Dr. Wells. I'm Parvati Holcomb.
Wait, not another word. I don't want to know your name. I don't want to know who you are. Let's just enjoy our plausible deniability while it lasts, shall we? Why don't you just invite the entire colony to my secret, carefully concealed laboratory? It isn't as if I wanted privacy. Oh, fine. As long as you're vouching for their character and they aren't touching things. For what it's worth, I am pleased that you found a crew, such as they are. You're a talented scientist, after all. Our kind has always been incredibly popular.
Have you, though? You're right, I'm doing pretty well for myself.
Yes, indeed. Well done. Also, you still haven't spontaneously liquefied, which pleases me immensely. Progress. What? Absolutely. Oh, goodness, no. I wouldn't survive 10 seconds in the blackness of the aether. Well, no, I imagine I'd last at least 12 seconds before I'd lose consciousness and die of hypoxia.
That's not what I meant. Do you have some kind of life outside your work?
Life outside work? No, of course not. My life is my work. For that matter, everyone else's lives are also my work. An entire colony's worth of lives are at stake. It's up to me, up to us to set things right. To answer your question, I'd rather stay right here in my lab. There's too much work to be done. The Hope's colonists won't revive themselves, you know.
It's hard to leave your lab with a bounty on your head.
Yes, that troublesome bounty on my head. I've been a fugitive ever since the board caught wind of my research. My work is my life. The board can put a price on my head, but they can't scare me into stopping my research.
How's that coming along, by the way?
Remarkably well. After all, I managed to revive you without too many adverse side effects. We're even having a real conversation. That's progress. I'm just waiting for news from Hiram Blythe. I'm quite sure he knows the location of those chemicals. Get me those chemicals, and I'll revive the Hope. Revive the Hope, put a stop to the board. Stop the board, save the colony from destruction. Cause and effect. Simple, really. My progress is tied to your progress. We're in this together, my friend.
I can give you research peer review if you want.
I'm well aware of your scientific acumen, but you're far better suited to working in the field than I am. Leave the blackboard work to me.
Let me help.
10 years. That's how long the average human can remain in hibernation. You were frozen for decades. In theory, you never should have survived the revival process. But the conventional theories are wrong. You're living proof that it can be done. There's yet hope for the hope. Get it?
Glad to hear that. Everyone's hope is depending on us.
We'll do our very best to save them all.
Yeah, we're trying.
I'd best get back to work. I can feel my last dose of caffeinoid fading. The Sissy Bigs make excellent test subjects. Also surprisingly nutritious. That's my communications terminal.
Yeah, you don't say. But there's no way you saw me get into that over there. Oh, you might have. Science weapons are unique weapons that have strange and powerful effects. Science weapon damage and the strength of their effects both increase as your science skills increase. Cool.
Aha! I see you found my portable molecular compression device, better known as a shrink ray. Find a target, point, shoot. Your target will shrink down into a manageable size, whereupon you may commence beating them to a pulp. Feel free to try it on a marauder sometime.
Oh, I think I'm over encumbered. How much did that fucking thing weigh? Buy ladder. Good reminder. I was hoping I could interact with this in some fashion, but I guess not. Ah yes, it's doing all kinds of science. Oh, that's part of that. Okay, I saw the red thing. What the fuck's that? Actually, before we do that, I just want to see what's going to happen if I kill the pig.
Prejudice.
Oh well, at least the tumors are still edible. Armored glass? Not bad, eh?
Nope. Okay. I'm not actually gonna hurt his fucking pig. I just want to see what it would let me do. Cool gun though. Oh, nope, don't save it there. No, 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 don't do that. Load it there. Looks like some artwork in the upper left from like the Binding of Isaac or something. At least I think it is. I'm not over encumbered anymore. What is it about being back in the ship that does not over encumber me?
Sam, I must confess, I have not been playing for far too long. You're sure this will... Oh, yes.
So we gotta break down some of these, obviously. $137. $142. Ooh, 233. Oh, flamethrower. Plasma launcher. That might be important. Heavy machine gun. $282. 352. Level 10. That's something else I don't always. Level 16. Pay attention to the levels too. 352. Okay, so do 180 with that one. Yeah, let's swap out our automag with the light ammo. Wait. Light, yep. For one of these. There we go. We got a melee, it does 142. I think we have one better. 233. 242. So we will swap that out. We will swap in 233, 242. That one. We got a 288 shotgun. With the shock thing we've put on it. Swap that one out for one of these machine guns that does like 100 points more. Not a shotgun, the machine gun. $576. I definitely don't think I got one better than that. Oh good, this would be a good chance to upgrade everybody. 158. There you go. 200 automag. So we gotta beat a 200 on a light weapon. Alright, that's Serb skill, right? Yeah, handguns. Well, we got a few of them. I guess not. Can't beat 200 on a... I'm not giving it... Well... Plasma launcher, no. 352 handguns. 48 damage. 70 damage. There you go. Felix, you got tossball stick. I don't got a lot of melee weapons. That's an issue. What's this? Grenade launcher. Ooh. Alright, Felix, you just carry on like you're doing. Do I have another? Nope. Yeah, maybe that one. No, that's... I just gave her Ellie's weapon. And I don't think I have... It's a pretty weapon, though. And I don't see... Yeah, I don't see any one-handed melees that can replace it. Except for that one. Two-handed melee. 230 tactical shotgun. Break down the majority of this shit. Hold on to that. That's heavy weapons. That's long guns. Okay, let's at 19 and 29. There you go. All right. So, Stiller Bay. We gotta go up to the captain's quarters. Let's forget that's the bathroom. Bag of moldy sweetheart cakes. Sam's Sud Sleeper. Unlocks. Wait. Sparkling unit's middle name, a steeper designed to kill germs rather than people. Unlocks steeper clean sweep for safety. It's lemony fresh. It sure is. Mr. An older man with warm eyes. Photo of provided father. Oh. Mr. Father. Oh, cool. So it gives you different backstory on your crew. This is not a petunia. Yeah, we just didn't have the heart to tell her. This was the wrong part of the ship to pick up the captain's thing. Still learning my way around my ship. From Evelyn. Cyrus, let you know that I've given out the rest of that you know what to the you know who's. Sorry for the secrecy, you never really know who reads these things. Appreciate you giving me that time of day. You risked your neck heading into that community center. Grateful, but I'd also appreciate if you never told another soul about our business. I like my job and should like to keep it. That's okay, I've already forgot what the fuck that was, so... J Tennis. Oh, right, it's a letter for... It's the letter from Julie for... Titled Shrink Ray. I'm not reading that. Hammer Power. Third Black Party Leads. Black Market Party Leads. Ooh, that's a lot. Acquire the science weapon on Groundbreaker. Well, then I guess I know where we're going. Back to Groundbreaker.
The Groundbreaker has approved our request for docking, Captain. You're free to disembark.
What a mess! What a mess!
Can we chat?
Again, Pravati? The unreliable. Yes, Pravati?
Hey, Captain. I got a thing I want to ask you. It's kind of big.
Sure, what do you need?
I was thinking about what you said before, after we went to the Lost Hope on the Groundbreaker. I reckon you're right. I think I'm ready to stop fretting and fussing and ask Junlei to go steady, straight out. And I'm thinking of doing it here, on the ship.
That's sweet. Can I help?
I was kind of hoping you'd offer. The thing is, I can't ask her over like this. I mean, look at me. I'm all covered in engine grease and I ain't showered in nigh on a week. I smell like sweat most days and, well, don't look too close at my fingernails. I was thinking, hoping, we could stop by Groundbreaker for bath supplies.
Groundbreaker's got a lot of vendors. What were you thinking?
Oh, that nice older lady in the rest and go, Miss Gladys? She seemed to know lots of things. Maybe she knows where to find fancy soap.
Easy enough. We can head straight over.
I mean, only if you're not busy. Or when you're heading through Groundbreaker for something else. You don't gotta change plans on account of me. Anyhow, next time we dock in Groundbreaker, let me know. 'Cause I want to come with.
Yeah, we're not holding. Wait, how much are we actually holding? 124 out of 170. I think we are probably store some of our crap here. Yeah, we'll just sell junk. We'll take... Yeah, we gotta take Pravati with us. We'll take... Yeah, I'll take Sam. Who doesn't want to take their robot friend with them? They're basically Fry in that regard. Alright, let's go get some cleaning supplies for Pravati.
Got a sec?
Oh my god, Pravati. What?
Something you need?
You just asked me if I had a sec.
Yeah, I've done work for Sublight. Need to pay the bills somehow.
Entering quiet mode.
Are you? You didn't see that. Nobody saw that. Can't prove that anybody saw that. You didn't see it because I didn't do it, by the way. That's why you did not see that happen. Excuse me, Pravati. Coming down. Hey, Sam. Maybe we gotta go through customs to get into the thing.
Heard from the last is down in 22.
Always feels like I'm trespassing when I play this.
Rizzo's Purpleberry Fudge. A soft, sour, candy shell.
This is Halcyon News. Regularly scheduled advertisement for the following story.
This is not
To defend your corporate
that's
taste.
lettuce.
Gracious. I was just sitting down for tea.
My engineer's looking to do some deep cleansing. Wants to impress Chief Jinlei.
I think I got just the thing, my dear. A few years back, Auntie Cleo's put out a home makeover kit, and I snagged a couple for myself. High-grade shampoo and conditioner, scrubby brush, a nice lotion, that sort of thing. I still got 'em, too.
What's the scrubby brush for?
Cleaning around your nails, sweetheart. Gets the engine grease out. Makes your hands soft. Most folk don't got the time. Or bathtubs for such, me included. I'll let you have one on clearance. You want rosish, mock apple and cinnamon, or refurbished ship?
Mock apple and cinnamon providing sweet, just like a pie. Classics. Did you hear about like refurbished ship, scrub parts and all that? Yeah, you got a preference for Vadi?
Oh, gosh. We never talked about what kind of smells she likes. I think pretty much every spot on Groundbreaker just smells like old socks.
It comes down to what sort of intent you got. If I was looking to do a spy job over in engineering, I'd be safe with refurbished ship. Now, if I was a young thing trying to come on all precious-like, I'd probably go with Rosish. But if I was doing it for my own self, I'd pick mock apples and cinnamon.
I guess you could eeny-miny moe it?
Take your time, dear. A lady's scent says a lot about her.
How about mock apple and cinnamon providing sweet, just like a pie?
Captain?
I'll just wrap that up for you, since it's for a special occasion.
I'll pay for that, ma'am. Thanks for being so helpful.
You're welcome, dear. What do you want, then? My hard-earned wisdom?
Yes.
Anytime.
Nothing there we need to talk about.
I hope this fancy soap we got is extra strength. I'm feeling a mite ripe.
Cool. So there's your soap. There's your soap.
Oh, thanks, Captain. I'm gonna put these someplace safe. In her messages, Junlei said her mama used to make this dish for Monarch. Dustback casserole. Saltuna and xenogold needle mushrooms. And then for dessert, there's a thing called, sweetheart cake. It's made with almond paste and wax gourds. There's gotta be some place in Stellar Bay that can bake a casserole. And I heard tell there's a Rizzo's town near there called Cascadia, what specializes in sweets.
Rizzo's town? Alright, we'll figure it out.
Thanks, Captain. I know I'm asking an awful lot, but I'm sure it's gonna be worth it.
Yeah, I hope so. So I guess we do that on Monarch. Yep. The one on Stellar Bay. Alright, we gotta retrieve the weapon. Oh. As luck would have it. Gladys, one last thing.
It's almost time for today's episode of The Chairman's Children. Care to listen with me?
No. Back to your hard-earned wisdom.
Straight to the point, eh? All right then, on you go.
Why did the board recall Stellar Bay and have keys?
Ask the common folk, and they'll tell you it's on account of all the monsters on Monarch desperate to gobble you up. Because that's what the board tells them, you see. I think they made some fool mistake that would make them look bad to the rest of the colony, and they're trying to hide the evidence.
I think so too. I don't know. What made you think that?
Those board folk are real prideful-like. Never want you looking behind the curtain, lest you see their derrieres. But old Gladys knows the score. The whole colony's not much more than a diorama, showcasing one board screw-up after another. That's why we gotta keep them from getting their grubby mitts on Groundbreaker. She's our mess.
Damn right. Are there still people down there?
Probably. Every once in a while, we get these snippets of radio chatter. Edna shows them to me. Some man hooting and hollering about the light in us all. Claims he's transmitting from Monarch, but who knows if that's true. Might be true. Might be some new trick from the board.
You mentioned Groundbreakers outside of board's control.
That's right, dearie. The only independent station in the colony. That's us. Though for how long, I can't say. That all depends on Miss Junlei.
How do you mean?
The board can't abide a community that won't bend to its will. Go right ahead, sweetheart.
What do you do here?
Oh, a little of this, a little of that. I buy and sell items that require discretion to dispose of. Knickknacks. Curios. I also knit throw pillows stuffed with the hair of famous tossball players. But that's more of a passion project.
I'm not sure that's entirely legal.
That's half the reason I make them, my dear. But that's not what you wanted to talk about, is it, dear?
No, the weapon.
Anytime, sweetheart.
I'm very confused what it wants me to do here.
You got business with the fence? Make it quick.
Hey, got my sights on you. Move along.
I'm very confused what it wants me to do right here. Breaker, a scientist who bragged about a powerful weapon he's researching. Press more details can finish the station. Another Hawthorne's logs mentioned looking in Gladys's shop for old records. Apparently the smuggler acquired several leads that way. What? I can't talk
If you're
to her.
here for this week's magazine, won a charming copper kettle off that.
Damn it. Find the station. If she has records, it'd be in the fleet. God damn it. I don't know. Talking to her doesn't do anything. It's nothing to interact with. I guess we could look in the safe, but that'd piss off everybody here. No, I'm not gonna sleep. Yeah, fuck it. Let's sleep for an hour. Oh, for 6 hours, no. She definitely wouldn't like that any. Well, ain't that just great?
Huh?
Exactly. Huh. I'm gonna try something, and it's not gonna work. Oh. Gonna save over my file, do something stupid, and then reload.
Oh, careful. What? Don't let me catch you around here again. What was
Here
that?
they come!
Get
Clean up the competition.
Oh my god. none of those were what we came for. No? Okay. Well, that's just all the more confusing then. Because now we know it's not in there. Alright, fine. We will just move on. We will do something else. We'll figure this out another time. I don't like it. I don't like it one bit. I was too close to hostiles, but I think 10 steps behind me, and it's fine. Don't worry about it. Maybe the quest is bugged. Maybe I can't actually finish them.
If you stop in the engine room, would you ask Parvati to send Sam down to the bridge?
I don't know why you couldn't just ask her yourself. She thinks she can hear you.
So my dad, he told me, don't you let that boy push you around. So I hit him with a wrench, right? Ooh, Dad was mad. Guess he wanted me to use my words. Not that I ever been good with those. Grounded me for a week. No secret, Sam. It was worth it. Something busted, Captain?
I didn't think I could send Sam to her, but I try.
Welcome back, Captain. How can I be of assistance? Forgive me, Captain. I would rather not discuss Alex Hawthorne today. I am feeling discombobulated. Was there another topic on your mind?
We don't need to discuss Alex directly, but I was wondering how he improved your design.
Captain Hawthorne attached 98.4% of the ship's processes to my computer, thereby giving me near total control. I have been programmed to deftly calculate navigation vectors through asteroid fields while also operating our ship's toasters. Alex also taught me the concept of a personality. He was quite delighted when I crafted one in order to better engage with him. It was Basic, in the beginning.
Where did you come from originally?
The information in my memory banks says I am an autonomous digital... I have not yet decided if I should attempt to uncover the missing information. I asked once. Alex did not build me, and would not say who did.
That's all for now. Stellar Bay.
We are now in orbit above Stellar Bay, Captain. No blockade is a match for my piloting skills.
I bet Pravati's got something she wants to ask me. No? Alright. I'll take Ellie. Ellie and Pravati are a real good 1-2 punch for fighting. They're good at doing the combat. Something fishy achievement. I've been here like 10 seconds already. It's like, hey, we'll steal stuff? Well, of course I do. Just wasn't expecting me to ask me so soon. Alright. Come over here. Anything over here? I'm glad we didn't have to fight our way through Cascadia. They really overhyped that one. Seems really dangerous. Must be the welcome party.
Hey, hold on there. I gotta sign you in. Don't think I've seen you around. That means you must be new to Stellar Bay. You are new here, right?
Well, it is my ship on the landing pad right next to you.
I knew it. See, I made what you'd call a logical deduction. You must have seen those UDL gunships on your way in. There's only 3 of them these days. Still, they tend to scare folk off.
What are they doing out there?
You may not have heard, you being new, but Stellar Bay hardly ever gets off-road traffic. Us being cut off by the board and all. Which means I never get to do this part, but I've been practicing, so here goes. On behalf of Monarch Stellar Industries, welcome to Stellar Bay, home of the freshest sal tuna in Halcyon. Please state your name for the records.
It still give me the option to lie and send Hawthorne. Captain Stars.
Swell. There's one for the logs. I'm even gonna give you your own entry code. I'm not supposed to do that. It's against procedure, but Mr. Sanjar isn't so strict about the rules here. Besides, I got a lot of empty entries to fill.
So Stellar Bay really is... Or is Stellar Bay really that isolated?
We don't get ship traffic in town. Only off-worlders who do make it out here are sublight. They got a base in Fallbrook. And thank the stars for them, or we would have run out of Rizzo's Purple Berry Crunch years ago.
Oh god, not that. Not the Purple Berry Crunch. You're not what I expected to find on Monarch.
Oh, that'll just make Mr. Sanjar's day if you tell him. The board makes up lots of nasty stories about raptidons and cannibals and whatnot. But that's all outside our walls. Mostly.
Mostly. You say the board's been lying about this place?
Oh, sure. It makes Stellar Bay sound like a rotten place, but it's not so bad. Get a good breeze going, and the sulfur smell mostly covers up the fishy smell. Anyway, Mr. Sanjar's got lots to say on that subject. Kinda goes over my head, though.
I'm gonna have a look around.
Mr. Sanjar will be mighty pleased to meet you. If you see him over at headquarters, maybe you could tell him I did a bang-up job of welcoming you?
You got it, Grim.
Oh, and if you're headed that way, maybe you could do me a favor?
Jesus Christ. That means what is it?
I got this Rizzo's Rangers tossball poster coming in on the next sublight shipment, signed by the Black Hole himself. Only I haven't heard anything in a while. You think you could check with Celia to see if it's come in?
Who's the Black Hole?
That's Bertie Holcomb. Only one of the greatest tossball hackers ever.
I wonder if he's kin. Dad had family that worked for Rizzo's. I never got to meet them.
Everyone's heard of him, even on Monarch. We still get some of the games. You been living in a sulfur pit or something?
Actually, I've been in hibernation for decades.
Oh, you're real funny. Guess I don't feel so bad for missing what goes on in the rest of Stellar Bay.
Poster sounds pretty valuable.
I couldn't really say. I'm just a fan of the game. But the fancy collector types say the more people see these things, the less valuable they are. And I figure my poster's been passed around by more than a few people by now.
Sure, I can ask about the poster.
Thanks a bunch. Celia works for Mr. Sanjar in the MSI building next to the bar. She's always there, so you can't miss her.
I guess we're going this way. I would have saw that. Nope. I really should be more careful before I just steal things. Ooh. Oh, maybe I have to go around.
Velma seem out of sorts to you?
She's always cranky.
No, I mean more than usual.
Wouldn't know. I made it a point to stay out of her way.
Ta. Nobody's here? This is all empty? Somebody will absolutely rob you. Not if you're watching me do it. Use terminal. What do we do in here? Doesn't look like there's a back door out of this place. Well, I guess we're just gonna leave. Yes, I will take. Ooh! Yes, I will take lots more ammo. Don't mind if I do. Oh shit! Ah! Ow! Motherfucker! That hurt. That. Shut up. I'm just gonna walk it off. It's fine. It's fine. It only hurts tremendously. I just have to put weapons and ammo just hidden behind a thing like that. There's the ladder. There's the ladder. Let's go down the safe way this time. I don't think I missed anything in here the last time. I was here a minute ago. Not sure how to get to where we're supposed to be.
If you want to talk to the boss, she's in the back of the warehouse.
Monarch still. Might be over here to talk to. Nothing in here. There we go. Somehow none of this is restricted. I'm just allowed to walk back here. Oh. Crumpled note on a corpse in Stellar Bay. Most of the text on this note is obscured by blood, but you can still make out the words Olia and passcode, whatever it says. Maybe at least this could give us a fast travel point we could use. We'll go talk to whoever it said after we load in. There we go. Probably a vending machine or something over here. No? Ooh, somebody. Out of Fallbrook. Is this the right way? I have no idea if we're on the right path or
not. Ooh. Smells like those old Sundays when we'd unload Saltuna shipments at the cannery.
Am I the only one getting hungry?
Okay. On it. I'm ready for this. Here I go! My kind of action. Not bad, huh?
I had one bullet left. No, he's dead. He's not going to need this stuff. He wants to just put it to good use. It's just being wasted here. Yeah, what she said. Alright, ever onward. I feel like I'm on the yellow brick road to hell here.
Make him regret it. Oh. You got it, Captain. You're practicing this. Just like that. Nice one.
I'm just gonna follow the road. See what that gets me.
I smell blood! I got the drop on him. I see a name!
Yeah, don't get up.
I got him! I'll get him!
Oh my word.
Nice one!
Yeah, I thought so. Alright, got them. I'm hoping by following this road it'll lead to landmarks or treasure.
Take your best shot, asshole!
God, I want her.
Light him up! Watch a pro at work!
What? Alright, moving on. Hey, it's a building or a town. It's Monarch. Cascadia, Philbrook, Amber Heights, Stellar Bay.
Their mistake. Down they go. Here goes nothing. Everyone all right?
Yeah, we're doing fine. I see what they were talking about with it being this dangerous and fucked up.
Here I go! Attack it! Nice one!
Oh, he's dead. Nice shooting.
House on your left,
Him?
Captain!
Yeah, I can't see him. Excuse me while I loot this pile of dust right here. Thank you. There he is. He's doing Jesus pose. Oh, not quite. I'm not sure what he's doing. That guy's doing headless pose. Yeah, we definitely made the right call not going directly to Cascadia and waiting for the Stellar Bay key. This would have been less fun with the weapons and everything. Must be about time for more fighting. Never saw you coming.
Anyone else?
This wasn't dead yet, so. not very good armor. Oh, your guys' armor is already better. Moving on. That's why I took the long road, was to get these, you know, points of interest that we could fast travel to.
They're on us. Let's go!
Oh, they sure
Here
are.
goes nothing.
Super.
Just like that. Bullseye.
Oh, she's great.
We're into something bigger. Let's go!
Spend our level up points. Take about 50. Those to 50. And one for stealth. Oh, I didn't. Yes. Keep those. No perks. So the monsters had their way with the soldiers here.
As your engineer, I advise you not to set foot on that. Especially the bendy parts.
Wait, what now? Oh. Yeah. I see your point there, engineer. If there was a fork in the road back there, we'll take the other side.
Got it. Inside voices.
Usually when you see a bunch of boxes and things around here like this, there's people. But there's not people, there's not even corpses. You got anything good? No? Okay. That's fine, I guess. Alright, come on. Fallbrook. That should make navigating the map easier.
Miss Ellie, Dr. Finhoe. I noticed your pistol's been making a funny noise.
What are you talking about? I oil it every night.
Well, look here. Your slide's not recoiling fully. You might be due for a new spring. I could take a look, maybe fix it for you.
Sure. I'm short on bits at the moment, but I'll pay you back.
Oh, no. I mean, it don't cost nothing. I got a spare spring in my pocket here, even.
Everything's got a price.
She'll ask you to help her with her love poetry to Dr. Junlei. But even then, I'm sure I'm the one that would end up doing it.
Trouble checking in? Or you might need directions to the amenities? If you're locked out of your cabin, a replacement key costs 50 bits.
Lilia sent me. Where's Catherine?
You're looking for Ms. Malin. On an errand for the boss lady? That sounds ominous. Yeah. Ms. Malin won't like that a whit.
Breathe. It's okay. Just point me toward Miss Malin.
She's not but just down the way. A 10 to 1 says she's either pouring drinks or skinning a sprat in the saloon. Word to the wise. Ms. Malin don't take kindly to interlopers. When I said sprat, I didn't mean the sort with whiskers and a tail. I am here to anticipate and facilitate your needs, patron.
Tell me about the amenities.
No reservation, no problem. Day trippers are always welcome in our saloon. Straight back and to the right. If you hit the falls, you've gone too far. Check in with Ms. Malin. She'll set you straight.
Where am I? What is this place?
Guess it's true. Fallbrook really is the best-kept secret in all of Monarch, excepting the Borst Factory's secret ingredient. We're a leisurely stopover for the more adventurous spacefaring traveler. Understand?
Nope. No.
Man, oh man, it has been a blue moon since I had to break out the hook'em spiel. Allow me to paint a picture in your mind.
Here we go.
A parcel of pure paradise nestled beneath a waterfall within a mountain. We've got activities of leisure. We got proclivities for vice. We got booze and bets and non-communal beds. Sublight owned and run, so you know you're safe while you're breaking the laws. Check in at the saloon to start spending your bits now.
Sublight territory. Feels like being home.
I don't like the way folks are looking at me, Captain. Like I'm a sandwich. Maybe I could stand a little closer to you.
Well, then keep up.
Want to make a run with me to Stella Bay? Boss lady told me to take the night off.
just got back from delivering to that house with a strange family.
The ones that always smell like raw meat and got splotches of blood on them?
Yep. Oddest thing. They started ordering cans of Borstwurst, but only if they come from the C&P factory.
Makes you wonder what the secret ingredient is. Hey!
Huh? I was hoping he'd offer me the job. I'll make that run to Stellar Bay for you. Milan's House of Hospitality. Yeah, must be the place.
Ain't in the mood to chat.
Yeah, me neither.
What are you looking at?
Hey, Ellie, she's got your hair. I mean, well, maybe not really. But of all the crew members, you're the closest.
Uh-huh. You blind, fella? Or can you not see I'm busy? Why is it every sissy pig fucker who strolls into my town expects me to smile and shout awful friendly? Welcome to Fallbrook. Only nugget of paradise in this entire law-forsaken land. Like a void damn advert.
I'll bet she's a hoot at parties.
Truthfully spoken, I do aim to properly represent my aforementioned nugget of paradise.
If by nugget of paradise you mean piece of minty done on the shore.
You know, I ain't heard that one before. Suppose I'll have to work harder to show you just what makes our town shine. But first, I'll need to know what brings you, stranger. Well, I'm half listening.
Actually, I'm the fixer for your sublight problem.
Good of you to finally haul your ass over here. I wired for backup weeks ago.
I just got the job.
Got something that's gonna require special extraction from Cascadia.
Found a passcode on a corpse in Stellar Bay. I guess it grants access to the extraction site.
Found it on a corpse, huh? If you killed Lilia's agent, you get to explain it to her. Not me.
He was dead when I got there.
Well, shit. I knew he'd come to a bad end one day. Still, no time for weeping and wailing. We've got a metric fuck-ton of bits worth of salvage just waiting for extraction.
Right, the Alta Vitae stuff that Lilia mentioned.
So you got a brain on them shoulders. Excellent. Makes my life a world easier. To extract the gas, you'll need to siphon it from the lab in Cascadia into one of your ship's fuel tanks. Totally safe.
Except the part where it isn't. Defines... Are you kidding me?
Hold your thrusters. I ain't even got to the tricky part. To get to the gas, you'll need to navigate through the town, which is overrun by marauders. The lab itself has become an infested nest, crawling with mantis. You gotta fight through, or figure out some other way to exterminate them. Maybe the ventilation system?
Yeah. Ursa was like probably cook something up.
I'm a doctor, not a vet. But what's the worst that could happen?
I shall leave the details to you. Now, after you clear the mantis nest and reach the storage room, all that's left is to get the gas flowing into the fuel system. The task will require someone with technical skills. Or you could force it through with a plasma overload. Don't recommend that option, though, unless you want to get dead.
I don't. Good thing we got an engineer, provided one.
Load vapors into a liquid propellant tank? I think I know how to do that. No, I can do that. I think. Yes. Mostly? Definitely.
Dandy. Did I mention the gas is of an extremely volatile nature? Handle it with the utmost of care. Once you've got our goods, take them to the groundbreaker. Lilia's fencers ought to handle the rest of it. I've marked the coordinates for you to the lab in Cascadia. On the terminal, use the passcode you got from Stellar Bay to get in. But before you make your run, I could use a heavy helping hand regarding a local issue. For a fine fee, of course.
Of course. Might be interested.
Good. This particular matter of opportunity has been eating at me for a while now. There's a Borst factory on up the way, run by a man who calls himself the King. Clive Lundberg, insufferable prick.
Lundberg?
That aside, it's a business ripe for the plucking. I want it. Clear as that.
I got a feeling it's going to involve murder and mayhem.
Stars, I hope so.
Hey, it's my name.
Clive
Stars.
Lundberg, the self-proclaimed Borst King of Monarch, is swimming in profit and drowning in his ego.
Is that like the
He's making the only meal to be had this side of Monarch, and I'm tired of ponying up for my dinner. I want that Borst factory, owner dead or alive. And you're the soon-to-be handsomely paid son of a bitch who's gonna get it for me.
And what's in it for me? What specifically do you want me to do?
Kill him, run him out. I don't rightly care for the details, so long as Clive knows resistance to me is costly and futile.
Yeah, I'll talk to
Hit him where it hurts. In his gut, or his production lines ought to make do.
Guess how I might get in?
If you got brass knockers, you could shoot your way through the front gate. If you don't fancy getting shot to shit, you can try asking Duncan for a disguise. Might be another way in, assuming you're courageous enough to trek the sewers. Void if I know.
Say I just kill Clive.
Sometimes the simplest solution is the sweetest. I don't give a whit about the method or the means, just the end. Then I'd say you might care to poison the cysty pigs, doctor a few financial records, or throw a wrench in the canning machinery.
Just want to kill him.
Sometimes the...
Yeah, we did this. All right.
It'll be more than good when you're finished. Maybe not for Clive, but for me and you, I'm sure. Oh, and if you don't fancy going in guns blazing or crawling through a sewer pipe, see Duncan in the dry goods and sundry building. He ought to have an employee ID in that stash of illicit goods he keeps for select clientele. May luck be with you, since I won't be.
We're going the wrong way. No, we're going the right way. We're going the wrong way out the right way.
I don't think I like Miss Catherine. Not just on account of the swearing, though she swears awful much.
I'd have a drink with her, though I'd keep one hand on my gun and the other on my bit cartridge.
You don't think she would notice that? Maybe you wouldn't care if she noticed that. $800. This must be something closer. We can. No, nothing. Wow.
You take real good care of your pistol, Dr. Fenhill.
I oughta. It's kept me alive this long.
I mean, you treat it nice. Makes me happy to see, because I feel the same way about my wrench.
Look, it's a tool that does a job. Feelings got nothing to do with it.
I might just find and fight my way over to the factory and call it a night. Because I need to be up early. But I'm hoping and thinking that maybe sometime in the next couple of days I'll do a big long stream in the afternoon. More than just my usual couple of hours.
Attacking! I'll get you right up!
Say that, but and then we have more. Abandoned railway station. Well, we see why it's abandoned. We may have run out of road. Or we have to go around the relay station. Oh my word.
On your right, Cap! I'm on it! You got it, Captain!
Oh, geez. Oh shit. Oh shit. Oh, they're both down. They're both down. Fuck. Fuck. Whew. Well, there we go. We good? We alright? Everybody feeling good? Alright, move on. Alright, as you were. Maybe the relay code's around here somewhere. Where's the relay password? You don't open without the password. Password, which I will probably get by getting down to the factory. Which means we can't cut through the factory, into the factory, or the relay station. So we have no choice. We have to go through the wilds. A route I was hoping to avoid. But it's all good. Oh, that's a big mother.
Time for act. Here goes nothing. How about that?
That's big. Alright. Yeah, if you could please get on, it'd be great. Ow, ow. That hurt, that hurt.
Get past that armor! Here I go!
Yeah, smack him. There you go. Ellie's dead. Okay. And she's oh, physical damage weakness. Take advantage physical damage to make you soft and vulnerable to more physical damage. Physical damage received plus 25. You know what? Fine, I will take a perk point. At the risk of 25% more fucking damage. Dialogue skills, group capacity. We'll take the dialogue skills. Oh, they got one too. Nice. Generated base health. Yeah. Take the base health. You take the you take the health too. Went through a lot of fucking bullets there. It wasn't that far of a fall. I mean, really.
Attack it! I see it there! Anyone else?
Damn, Ellie, good thing to give you that extra health. I may have to switch over to my heavy weapons here in a minute. Oh boy.
Light him up. That armor.
Nice man. form. Oh, they're all dead. They're all dead. They're all dead. Where the fuck did you come from? Jesus Christ. 15 bullets left in this gun. Great. Nope. Well, that's something. So's this.
Attacking! That was fun.
I see. That's my first melee kill, I think.
That's the last of them.
Cool. That's how you do it right there. I don't remember if I checked him for loot. Did I check him for loot? Quite a lot. It doesn't matter. But there's no boxes I can open for loot. Get some ammo. Yeah, give me the yeah, that's the one I want. Damn. Oh,
On it, Captain.
Here I go!
oh, fuel should show right now.
That was too strong! Hit it with something else!
Oh my word, we should reload ever. Alright, I'm full damage. Oh, fuck Blizzard. Everybody's dead. They're throwing fire at me. Oh my word. The ringleader? Rip. Oh, fuck. We're almost there. We're almost where we're trying to go. Continue. We're gonna have to rewind a few minutes to the most recent autosave. But it's okay. And I really should go, but I really don't want to end the stream before we get to the building where we need to be.
Something.
Oh, nope.
Keep him quiet, Captain.
And it was laying in bed.
My kind of act. Just like
Down he goes. Oh. Up. There he goes.
watch a pro at work. Not bad, huh? You guys all right?
Yeah, I'm good. Going to save it right here. So just in case we have that happen again. Can I go around? Can I get past them without having to engage them? I can, but not if I'm not more careful about how I go over rocks. Back it up, back it up, back it up. Or at least kite them far enough away from everything else. Okay. It's giving up on us. I appreciate that. Wide berth. Wide berth.
Incoming!
Damn it.
Here goes nothing! Practicing!
Finish him.
That was fun!
Who is shooting me? Oh, you.
Through! Attacking! I'll fix you right up! Here we go! Anyone else?
So glad we went this way to have less fighting. she won't be down for long.
You got it, Captain! Sorry!
For what? You did great. Anybody else want a piece of this little group? Because I would hope not. Let's just take a moment, wait for the crew to get their health back.
On. See you next.
Look at the mechanic first.
Got him. How about that? I definitely don't have the 90 things to unlock the door. Tell me I don't have to go buy 90 whatever worth of those to get in. Alright, you know what? I'm very silly. I am overcovered, I think. And my armor and my weapons are all sorts of fucked up. Yeah. It probably doesn't unlock the fast travel till I get through the other side. Unless I have a passcode. Alright, so I guess we're gonna fight our way over on the side. I want to go back to the ship and like repair and things and go buy ammo, but I can't fast travel back here, so there's no point because I would just end up needing repairs and ammo again. Oh, nice. Good hit. Oh, that's provocative.
Targeting for attack.
Oh shit. Oh, the flanks are. Fuck.
Weak. So weak.
Oh my word. Alright. Continue.
far back is that going to put us? Not terribly, I hope. Okay, but how close can I get here? Okay, I actually can get back somewhat close. So what I'm going to do, we're going to back away from hostiles so we can fast travel. And head back to the ship. We need repairs, we need... Nope. Well, I didn't realize it was all the way back. Okay. Back to the unreliable. Because we can fast travel back to where we are. So that'll give me an opportunity to repair and get ammo and all that good stuff. But all of that will have to wait till next time, I'm afraid. I've already gone past how long I wanted to stream. Because trust, if I could do it without the need of things like sleep and food, I would do it so much longer and so much more often.
Crew members Ellie and Max are engaged in a heated discussion in the kitchen.
Why? Yeah, let's at least go see what this is about.
Max. Maximilian. Vicar. Vicky!
What?
Shoot, I forgot. It'll come to me.
That's it? That's the whole thing? Cool. But alright. I'm going to end that right there. And as always, thank you for watching. Thank you for supporting me. Appreciate it. And if you want to follow me, I always say that wrong. If you'd like to get alerts, at least when I go live on Twitch, there are a bunch of different ways you can do that. I'm so tired. I'm sorry. There's different ways you can do that. You can follow me on Twitch. You can get notifications. You can follow me on Twitter. I always tweet it out. And both of those are at CDH Stars. I have my own Discord channel. I have a bot that sends out notices when I'm live, and I post in there when I'm going live and trying to get a little community going there. And I will put up links on how to follow me on all that stuff. You can watch past streams on my Twitch channel, and I upload my streams to my YouTube channel also. So once they are taken down off of Twitch, you can still enjoy them if you would like to. That will do it for me for tonight. I will be back tomorrow with more of this, probably. And hopefully for longer than I was on tonight. I was only on for a couple hours tonight. I'd like to get at least 3 or 4 hours tomorrow. Maybe longer. Who knows? We'll see what's up. Until then, stay safe, stay healthy, take care of each other, take care of yourselves. And I hope you're able to find joy and relaxation in these scary and terrible times. So stay safe and stay healthy. And above all else, as always, be kind. Thank you. Have a good night.